Yeah, I can see why he canceled Don Lemon's show. Oh my goodness. So let me just say, when it comes to this Don Lemon interview of Elon Musk, anyone who thinks that Elon Musk destroyed Don Lemon and really exposed him, they're usually in one of two camps, okay, mind you. They either despise Don Lemon, okay, and rightfully so, or they love Elon Musk. Because those are the only two groups of people that can objectively look at this video and be like, yeah, Elon Musk completely destroyed him. Oh yeah, absolutely. Good job, Elon Musk. Because listen, I don't like Don Lemon. I'm not a big fan of Don Lemon, and I'm sure as heck not a big fan of Elon Musk. But objectively speaking, upon watching this interview, Don Lemon destroyed this whole man's career. Don Lemon broke him down in a way I didn't think was possible, nor did I think that Don Lemon was capable of doing. Because after his little spat with, Rababui, okay, the Indian who's here in the country wants to tell us how to run the country, Vivek, I thought, Don's lost it, right? He's lost his edge. But the way he just completely destroyed this man's image, for anyone who thought, I would argue that if I had Tesla stock, at one point I sold it, bro, 100%. Like if I had Tesla stock right now, I would have sold it after that interview because I would have absolutely no faith in that man, none whatsoever. He was asking questions, and because Elon Musk is like socially, he's socially one of those people, he doesn't know how to say no. Right? He's not a trained, speaker. He's not someone who you bring to dinner parties and, he's the talk of the show and everything. He's not that guy. He's very much, and I see why he resonates with the PWTs, even though he's not poor. But I see why he resonates with the ignorance and the saltines of the right, because that's who he is deep down inside. He's never been that cool guy. He's never been that guy. So when people are giving him praise, it makes him feel like that cool guy. It makes him feel like the big man on campus. That's what he feels like. But it's a complete facade. And Don Lemon exposed this. This man is unintelligent. He can't come up with an opinion on his own. He is very much, I'd hate to say, the core of America in many regards, where they just read headlines and they come up with the conclusion of what's going on. That is what this billionaire is doing. And to be honest with you, it really pokes a hole in capitalism, because clearly this man is in no way, shape, or form a genius. No way, shape, or form a genius. What he is, though, is a good hiring manager. He's good at probably delegating people. Hey, I need you to do this. Hey, I need you to do that. That doesn't make him a genius, because clearly he's not. He's not a genius at all. What it makes it seem as, the people who are actually working for him, because that's what you have to understand. Many of these very highly intelligent people, they work for someone. They unfortunately aren't the ones that are running the business and running the shop and everything, because it takes a very cutthroat type of person to do that. Okay, and many intelligent, high intelligent people, they want to focus on their craft. This man has managed to somehow come off as some genius by hiring actual intelligent people to work for him. But let's get into this interview, because this was completely damning. I don't care. Like I said, I have no dog in this fight. I don't like Elon, and I don't like Don Lemon. Not a big fan of either one of them. But you got to call a spade a spade, bro. And he just exposes him. For example, one of the first topics that I caught, because I only can cover 3, because there were so many, I was like, wow, that's stupid, that's dumb, that's not true, that's inaccurate, that makes no sense, right? It was just like, if you have an IQ above room temperature, like you felt bad for Elon, because it was like, he's dead already. Leave him alone. It's done. But it was the censorship one. And you guys know how he loves the title of, I believe in free speech and free speech. And Don Lemon is asking him, hey, don't you feel that you have a responsibility on the platform? Because many of these, right-wing, white youth extremists have used such, memes and such content that have proliferated your platform. in some of their, their books. I forgot what they're called when they do some heinous action. They go, "Whoa," right? They write it down in their diary. I guess that's a little less lethal, less intimidating of a word. So they write it down in their diary afterwards. And he goes, well, no, I believe in free speech. So if it's not illegal, it's free speech. So he asks, right? Don Lemon shows him pictures. Hey, do you agree with this? Do you agree with this? He's like, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And he's like, well, why do you promote it?
I believe in moderation, but I don't believe in
censorship. Moderation is a propaganda word for censorship.
What?
Look, if something's illegal, we're going to take it down. If it's not illegal, then we're putting our thumb on the scale and we're being censors. I literally said, if something is legal, okay, we will obviously remove it.
Okay.
But if it is not legal, the laws in this country are put forward by the citizens. We're a democracy.
So guess how Elon gets out of promotion? He's like, well, we don't promote it, okay? We don't promote it. We actually lessen its viewership. And then this leads to Don Lemon saying, well, hate speech has increased on the platform. It's been an increase on the platform. And Elon goes, this is why he's so dumb. He's really dumb. You know how people talk from like talking points and they don't have any depth to their dialogue? It's just a dialogue tree. So
it doesn't concern you that hate speech has gone. Research shows that it's gone up on the platform since you took over. That's not concerning to you?
I believe that is false. In fact, the research that I've seen says it went down. So what they will typically do is they will count the number of posts, but not count the number of views.
What?
So what matters is, was that post given high visibility, or what did like one person see it?
Now, what he is referencing is not the actual hate speech, but what he's referencing is the viewership of hate speech. So what he's trying to say that even though hate speech has gone up on the platform, people are viewing it less because the ironic part is that they censor it. I'm going to get into that. But he says that he limits the viewership of such, content and stuff like that. And he's like, well, if you know it's not good, right? And you're not promoting it, according to you, although Don Lemon's making, he's like, well, you're promoting it by having it on your platform. If you're gonna go out of your way to limit the viewership, why not just take it off to begin with? And Elon's go, well, that's censorship. You love censorship. You love censorship so much you can taste it.
We don't agree on this.
Yes, you want censorship and I don't.
No, I don't want censorship at all.
Yes, you do.
No, I want responsibility. I think
You desperately want censorship.
No, if I want a censorship...
You want censorship so bad you can taste it.
No, that's not true.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Now, here's the funny. You ready? The funny is that he is censoring, okay? Mind you, if you're limiting or removing views from someone's content, that is censorship. That is literally the same argument that the right was making about Twitter before Elon took over. Is that, hey, I've been shadow banned. You all don't remember that? I've been shadow banned. Hey, they've shadow banned me. So you are censoring content, Elon. So this concept of, oh, I don't like censorship, that is what you're doing when you're limiting the reach of someone's content. That's what you're doing by having as far as the tiers on Twitter. Because you're saying that is until you get to this tier, if you pay for it, your reach isn't going to be as much. That is a form of censorship. Whether you like it or not, that is a form of censorship. You're limiting someone's reach. You're limiting the viewership of content. Because if you were pro free speech and everything, you wouldn't do that. There would be no discretion or discrimination in one content over the other. They would both get equal reach. And you would just let the audience determine which one is more popular. But he's not doing that. He's censoring content. Furthermore, when it goes to free speech, he's an absolute bona fide liar. He's a liar. I did a video on this when it came to Israel. You all know how much they bend over when it comes to anything that may even be perceived as anti-Semitic. Do you all remember that? Where he banned the word decolonization, and he banned from sea to sea or whatever, Palestine will be free. Yeah, he banned that, okay? Because he believes that it implies genocide. What? No, it doesn't. It doesn't imply genocide. But do you want to know why? Because guess what happened? Netanyahu probably gave him a spanking. That's exactly what happened. Because he then goes to Israel, with Ben Shapiro and goes to see Netanyahu and then goes to apologize. He went to apologize.
You want me to kiss your... That's right, apologize.
And then he got a pat on the head from the ADL, like, hey, we appreciate that, Elon. Good job. He's like, no, absolutely, absolutely. So miss me with this bullcrap king of free speech. No, it's not free speech, Elon. You have never been a proponent or advocate for free speech. Not a serious one. And then most recently, y'all remember this because I did a video on it. Remember how he was talking about when you get to mislabel, misgender trans people, on the platform. And then sure enough, he switches that up. It's like, well, no, because this is harassment. We're going to bring that policy back. This is bullcrap when he's talking about free speech. But the thing is, he knows that the PWTs of the world and of the, predominantly the right wing, he knows that they're going to feed it up. He's a bona fide freaking hypocrite. And I'm glad Don Lemon exposed that. Then the fun starts to begin. Then we get to DEI. So Don Lemon asks, well, what do you have? What proof do you have about DEI? Right? Why do you think, as far as black people are getting jobs that they're not qualified for? And of course, Elon. Well, I don't think that's happening. But I'm saying if it were, that would be a horrible thing.
Let's say a surgeon is asked to a surgeon in training is asked to do a series of operations under the supervision of a senior surgeon, and they get a bunch of those operations wrong. If that happens, and yet they are still approved to be a surgeon, the probability that someone will die, I think, at some point is high.
What? This clown named Elon Musk has been constantly tweeting anti-black, racist memes, racist tweets. And his response is, well, I don't believe it's happening, but if it were to happen, it would be a bad thing.
I understand that, but that's a hypothetical. That doesn't mean it's happening.
I didn't say it's happening.
You didn't say it was happening.
I said it will. I said if we lower standards, people will die.
And then he goes on. You want to know how he gets out of retweeting anti-black racist tweets? Is saying, well, I don't believe everything in the tweet.
Is that not?
I didn't say an Hispanic invasion.
And you quoted a tweet that called it a Hispanic invasion.
If I quote something, it doesning mean I agree with everything in it.
Really, nigga?
Are you serious? Is he serious right now? Huh? Was that the same thing you said to Netanyahu when you got spanked? Was that the same thing you said to the ADL when you got spanked? Was that the same thing you said to Ben Shapiro when you got spanked? Huh? Was it the same thing then? Well, just because I'm talking about the Great Replacement and everything, and the Jews are the ones that are funding this, I don't believe everything that he said. Bro, you went on a whole full apology tour, bro. They got that they got that cane and went whoop. Now all of a sudden, when it comes to anti-black racism, now you want to say, well, I don't believe everything they said, in the tweet. I don't promote everything, agree with everything in the tweet. You can miss me with this foolishness. And then what is the point of mentioning that then? If you don't believe it's happening, right? Because he says, I don't believe it's happening. So if you don't believe it's happening, what's the point of saying, well, if this were to happen, it would be a bad thing? No, duh, Sherlock. But what he tries to do is the classic freaking just saltine lineage of evil tactic, which is, I'm trying to start a conversation. I'm just trying to put that out there to make people think. Okay, got you. Well, isn't that the same thing you were trying to do with the Jewish tweet that you then took down and then started going on an apology tour? Huh? Why didn't you tell Netanyahu that? That, hey, I was just trying to get people to think. This is the level of hypocrisy that I'm dealing with. And here's the thing. He wanted to say, well, people, I saw a study that said that's what's going on. There ain't no study that says that. If you look at one of the most anti-black, goofy, saltine accounts in wokeness, they post some study talking about admissions. Admissions is not graduations, okay? First off, just because someone is admitted to the school doesn't mean that they graduate. But by all means, show us, as far as those who are admitted off of DEI and when they graduated and the harm that they've done. These are the same group of people. I want you to understand, think about this, the lineage of evil. Do you understand when it comes to medicine? Do you come with the Eve gene? Do you understand when it comes to medicine? These mofos diagnose black people with a mental illness because they wanted freedom. They try to, what was it, phrenology or whatever, try to say, oh, because their brains, their skulls are smaller. They have done everything and anything to be not qualified. They even have a TV show talking about what was the botched, right? Botched. The majority of those white doctors, white surgeons, okay? What are we talking about? All this time, throughout history, they wouldn't even allow black people to be surgeons, wouldn't allow them to be doctors. But somehow DEI, oh, look, the black doctors. And Don Lemon calls them out, talking about, hey, they only make up 5%. So you saying that, what?
Most doctors now are white.
Damn.
And there are lots of mistakes in medicine. So you're saying that white doctors have bad medical care? I'm trying to understand your logic here when it comes to DEI, because there's no actual evidence of what you're saying.
He's out of line, but he's right.
That all the botch surgeons, that's who you blame is the black people? Well, no, that's not what I mean. This dude's a clown, bro. He's one of those simpletons who reads a headline, right? Who sees something of an account that he likes and then goes, oh yeah, let me retweet that, even though I've done no research, no due diligence, and he's spreading misinformation on his platform. That's what he's doing. I hope the platform dies, to be honest with you. 100%.
You want me to kiss your... That's right, apologize.
Then lastly, we'll get into the whole woke dilemma. Because when he talks about woke, Don Lemon tries to correct him on woke, even though Don Lemon hacks it up, because woke had to do with black Americans. That's what it had to do with. It had to do with the issues, the social issues that we're dealing with black Americans. Not everyone, not the alphabet, black Americans. And that's the issue I have with many of the, the black alphabet when, because they always tried to hop on the bandwagon of black history, black American history. But nevertheless, he tries. And he asks him, hey, what is woke? And, freaking, Tweedledee over here, Elon Musk goes, well, I think it has to do when you put people on merit, okay, and you start hyper-focusing on, their gender or their race.
You said that it was a woke mind virus. Why do you believe the trans rights movement is a woke mind virus? What do you mean by woke mind virus?
Woke mind virus is when you stop caring about people's skills and their integrity, and you start focusing instead on gender and race and other things that are different from that.
Huh? What? What? I'm sorry, there has been only one group of people who have been hyper-focused on race. Throughout history, there's only been one group of people who have made laws, regulations, and policies based solely off of race. Okay? So what is he talking about? What is he talking about? This is foolishness. No one is putting an overemphasis on solely race. That's foolishness. The only people who are doing that are the white ignorants, the saltines. That's what they are doing. They're trying to say that simply because someone is black, that they are not qualified. That, hey, we should go off of merit. Okay, well, they have the merits. Well, how can they? They're black. And that's what they've always tried to do. And this Elon, he doesn't have the vocabulary to be fork-tongued with it because he's not that intelligent. He's not that bright. So he just goes, well, I think we should stop blaming, because what he wants to say is that we should be blaming white people. Nobody's blaming all white people. Miss me with this nonsense. They always want to be a victim. They always want to say, oh, woe is me. Stop blaming me. Stop. It's not me. It's like, which one is it? Did you set up the system, right? Because they want to take credit for everything. But then when we say, hey, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, why are you all blaming me? So it's once again, it's like, hey, they want to have their cake and eat it too. Well, if you want to take credit, well, you build up civilizations, you created these systems, you created the agriculture and all of this. Okay, well, there's also bad systems within the systems that you built that need to be abolished, that have been targeting a certain group of people within the country that historically have been targeting them. Well, why are you blaming me? Why are you blaming? This is what I'm talking about, bro. Elon is a anti-black fool. That's what I took from this interview, because it's sad to see how dumb and how feeble-minded this person is, how susceptible he is to the misinformation that he willingly promotes and shares on his platform. That is mind-blowing to me. This man is the lowest of the low, bruh. The lowest of the low, who is being used as nothing more than a Trojan horse to bring in anti-black rhetoric, to bring in white nationalist propaganda to the masses. That is all he is doing. And whether he knows it or not, I would argue he knows what he's doing to an extent. That is the harm that he's causing to this country. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you're, I don't know, a knuckle-dragging simpleton, all right? Or you have to see Elon for what he is, which is, a knuckle-dragging simpleton. A racist knuckle-dragging simpleton at that. Man, that's crazy. Anyways, you're more than welcome to call in during Disagreement Day, which is typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about Elon or Don Lemon. Subscribe and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
You want me to kiss your... That's right, apologize.